This is Dr. محمد الهلال. Welcome to our lecture number 5, our 5th lecture. Today we need to move to the second part of the course, where we have a lecture from our second part of the course, which is Basic English Grammar, the red book. So today we need to move to chapter number 2 in this book. So this is lecture number 5. In this lecture, we are going to introduce chapter number 2, of course, which talks about yes/no question, which are used with verb to be. We will talk about making short answers to those yes/no questions. Again, we will learn how to make questions with verb to be, and we use the question word where. We are also going to introduce using have and has in this lecture. Let's start with the first part of this lecture, where we use yes/no question with verb to be. Now, we have this sentence, Sally is a student. Clearly, this sentence consists of a subject, Sally, followed by one form of verb to be, which is. Sally is a student. Now, the idea here is that we need to make a question. We need to change this sentence into a question. Now, this is how the sentence is in a yes/no question. Is Sally a student? Is Sally a student? So how did we change it? How did the change happen? Now, if you look at this sentence, Sally, which was at the beginning of the sentence, is in the second order of the sentence. So it came after the verb, while is has come to the beginning of the sentence. So to make a question, you basically put the verb first, then the subject second. This is clear here. So the verb to be comes at the beginning of the sentence, and Sally comes at the immediately after the verb. Now, we also need to pay attention that when we make a yes/no question, we have to have the question mark at the end of the sentence, so we don't forget the question mark. The basic rule for making yes/no question: number one, any question, be, which can be either am, is, or are, comes in front of the subject. So the subject is Sally, and the verb to be is here comes before Sally, before the subject. The question ends with a question mark. As you can see at the end of each question, we should have the question mark to indicate that this is a question. Third, a statement ends with a period, ends with a full stop. A statement is another word for a sentence. But here we mean by a sentence that is not a question. It is not, for example, a negated sentence. It is an affirmative sentence. In this case, we should have a full stop at the end of the sentence. We should have a period, if you like, at the end of the sentence. We can have an affirmative sentence that is negative, and we can have an affirmative sentence that is positive, but we should have a full stop, a period at the end of this sentence. So the order of the question is we start with be, then we have the subject. So if you look at this example, is Sally. So here we have be first, then followed by the subject, which is Sally. While in the statement, in the sentence, we have the subject first, followed by the verb. So subject-verb in the sentence, while in the question we have verb followed by the subject. Sorry. Okay, this is a chart showing me how sentences are different from questions. If you look at the first part of this chart, so here we are talking about a sentence, or what we call a statement. Then we give an example of this statement. We said in the statement we start with the subject first, then we have one form of verb to be. Example, she is a student. So we started with the subject. Then we have the verb, which is for one form of verb to be. While in the question, it is exactly the opposite. We started with be, then we have the subject. Example, is she a student? So is one form of verb to be. Then we have the subject of the sentence. then we have she. So is she a student? Similarly, subject plus verb to be, it is a cat. It is the subject, is the verb. While when we are dealing with a question, it is exactly the opposite. We have be first, followed by the subject. Is it a cat? Subject plus verb to be, you are a student. You subject, are is verb. They are invited, subject verb, subject verb. While in the question we have the verb first, then the subject. The verb first, then the subject. So we reverse the order. We have the order of the sentence is reversed. We started with the verb in the question, but we start with the subject in the statement or in the sentence. Similarly, we are invited. But when we make it a question, are we invited? We start with are, we start with we. Subject, verb. And so on and so forth. Now here is an exercise that asks us to give the correct short answer to the following question. Now this is the question that we have. Are you tired? I can answer this question by two ways. I can say yes or I can say no. But we need to use the correct pronoun after answering the question with yes or no. So let's look at this example. Are you tired? I can simply say yes, I am. So if somebody asks me, are you tired? I can talk about myself and say, yes, I am tired, or I am. So we can have a shorter answer. This is what we call a short answer. Rather than saying, yes, I am tired, the question is a little bit, the answer of this question is a little bit shorter. So we say, yes, I am, or yes, I am. Now, what if I'm really not really tired? I can say, no, I am not. No, I'm not tired. Let's have another example. Is Sally in your class? Is Sally in your class? Notice we start with the verb is. So this is a question. We need to give a short answer. So is Sally in your class? If we say yes, we can say yes, Sally is in my class. Or we can simply, instead of Sally, we can use a pronoun, which is she. So we can simply say, yes, she is. Yes, she is. What if she is not in my class? No, no, she is not. No, she is not. So basically, Sally is a noun, and she is, it is pronoun. Let's have another example. Is Nadia sick? Or even another question. Are Nadia and Ahmed intelligent? Let's see how those questions are answered. So, first question, is Nadia sick? Yes, she is. Or, no, she is not. Are Nadia and Ahmed intelligent? Yes, they are. No, they are not. Where did we get this they or this she? Now, going back to the slide, the word Nadia is a name for a female, and it is a singular pronoun, so we use she. While Nadia and Ahmed are more than one person, so we cannot use he because he is singular. We cannot use she because she is singular. So Nadia is one and Ahmed is one, so this means we have a plural, so we use they. Okay. The answer to this question, is Nadia sick? If the answer is yes, yes, she is. Or, no, she is not. Are Nadia and Ahmed intelligent? If the answer is yes, yes, they are. No, they are not. So they is a pronoun, while Nadia and Ahmed are nouns. Here are more examples to save the time. So are these chairs comfortable? These chairs is a plural noun, so we replace it with they. These chairs replaced by they. Are these chairs comfortable? Yes, they are. If the answer is no, no, they are not. Similarly, are you married? No, I am not. Or yes, I am. question number 7. Are Ahmed and I friends? Yes, we are. Or no, we are not. So because the question is directed to the first person, to the person who is answering with we, talking about himself and Ahmed, yes, we are. No, we are not. Now here we have a question which is asking us to make questions for the given answer. In other words, we already have the answer, then we need to make question for this answer. So look at this question. Is Mrs. Lee a teacher? Yes, Mrs. Lee is a teacher. If it is not, if we answer with no, is the sun a ball of fire? Yes, the sun is a ball of fire. Now, what if the answer to this question is no? No, Mrs. Lee is not a teacher. No. No, Mrs. Lee is not a teacher. What about the following example? Is the sun a ball of fire? Yes, it is, because the sun is not a human being, so we have to use it rather than he or she. Is the sun a ball of fire? Yes, it is. Or, yes, the sun is a ball of fire. What if it is a negative? No, the sun is not a ball of fire. Yes, the sun is a ball of fire. Or, no, the sun is not a ball of fire. Next question. Are carrots vegetables? Yes, carrots are vegetables. Or, no, carrots are not vegetables. Yes, carrots are vegetables. Or, no, carrots, carrots are not vegetables. Next question. Is Mr. Ahmed here today? Are Sue and Mike here today? Is English grammar fun? Are you ready for the next grammar chart? Now, these are questions. We are going to give the answers in one slide so that we can save time. So, is Mr. Ahmed here today? Yes, Mr. Ahmed is here today. So notice the first sentence is a question, the second sentence is an answer. Are Sue and Mike here today? Yes, Sue and Mike are here today. Is English grammar fun? Yes, English grammar is fun. Are you ready for the next grammar chart? Yes, I am ready for the next grammar chart. Now, moving to the following slide, we need to study questions made with verb to be and using the question word were. The question word where asks about the time. So if you ask, for example, where is my book? Your book is in the class. So the class is a place, a location. Where is Sally? Sally is at the restaurant. The restaurant is a location, a place. So the question word where comes at the beginning of the question. So we ask with it. We start the question with where. After where, we have verb to be, which can be either am or is or are. So according to the book, where comes at the beginning of the question. This is the question. It comes at the very beginning. It is in front of be. That is be. So where comes in front of be. Be can be either am or is or are. This is an example. Where is your father? My father is at home. My father is at home. At home indicates a place, or if you like, a location. This means we use where to indicate a place or a location, as we are going to see in a minute. So where comes at the beginning of the question. It is followed by verb to be or verb be. Then we have the location. Look at this example. Kate is at home. Cairo is at Egypt. The students are in class today. The post office is on Main Street. Now we need to change those sentences into questions and use the question word where. Let's start with the first one. Kate is at home. Is Kate at home? So here we have a short question. Is Kate at home? Yes. For example, yes, she is, or no, she is not. We can also ask with where. We said where comes at the beginning of the question, followed by one form of verb to be. Where is Kate? Where is Kate? The answer to this question, Kate is at home. Cairo is at Egypt. Or usually we say Cairo is in Egypt. So Cairo is in Egypt. Is Cairo in Egypt? Or where is Cairo? The answer is Cairo is in Egypt. Okay, so is Cairo in Egypt? Where is Cairo? Cairo is in Egypt. So I think we need to replace this into N. Okay, Cairo is in Egypt. Is Cairo in Egypt? Yes, Cairo is in Egypt. Next question. The students are in a class today. The students are in a class today. So if we need to ask yes, no question with verb to be, are the students in a class today? Or if we want to use the question word where, we start the sentence with where. Where are the students today? So look, here you have where at the beginning of the sentence, then followed by verb to be, which is the form are. Where are the students? The post office is on Main Street. If we need to ask a yes/no question, is the post office on Main Street? And if we want to ask with where is the post office? Is the post office on Main Street? Where is the post office? The post office is on Main Street. This is the answer. Okay, so let's move quicker. These are other examples. The train station is on a Grand Avenue. To ask a yes/no question, is the train station on a Grand Avenue? So what did we do? We have the verb coming at the beginning of the sentence. Then the main station comes after the verb. If we want to ask with where comes at the beginning. Where is the train station? The train station is on Grand Avenue. This is the answer. The bus stop is over there. Is the bus stop over there? Yes, it is, or no, it is not. Now, if we want to ask with where, if we want to ask about the location, the place, where is the bus stop? How to answer this question? The bus stop is over there. Question number 7. Sally and Nadia are at the zoo today. Are Sally and Nadia at the zoo today? So we started with are, as you can see. Then we have Sally and Nadia coming second. Are Sally and Nadia at the zoo today? Yes, they are. No, they are not. Now, we are interested in asking with the question word where. Where are Sally and Nadia? So we start with where, then followed by verb to be. Okay. Now this is the last section in this lecture where we need to understand the use of have and has. Usually, have and has are used to indicate position of something. So, for example, you can simply say, I have a pen. So, this means that I own this pen. I possess this pen. I have this pen. It is my pen. For example, I have a car. So, the car is mine. I have the car. Sally has a mobile. So she has a mobile. They have a house. So the verb have, or it is other form has, basically indicate position, that indicate that somebody possesses something or possesses an object or whatever, as we are going to see later in this section. Now here are the examples showing us how verb to be can have two forms, verb to have can have two forms. Form number one is have, and form number two is has. So we need to see how those forms, have and has, are used with the pronouns. This table gives me all the pronouns that I have in English. So here are the singular pronouns, he, she, it, you, I, basically, and each one is taking one form of verb to have. So with he and she and it, we use has. So he has, she has, it has. While when we use the pronoun you, whether it is about singular or about plural, it always takes the form have. So you have, you have. Plural pronouns like we and they also have the verb have rather than has. So we say we have a lecture, we have a house, we have a flat, we have books. They have a house, they have, for example, a car, and so on and so forth. Again, the pronoun I, which is one of the singular nouns, or singular pronouns, also takes the form have rather than the form has. So here are the different English personal pronouns, and here what form of verb have they take. So he has, she has, it has, while you have, I have, we have, you have, and they have. These are some typical exercises of how, for example, we can have those exercises in the final exam. So then we have or has grammar books. We said we is a plural pronoun and it takes have. So we have grammar books. We have grammar books. A dictionary. I have a dictionary. I have a dictionary. Kate, a blue pen. Kate, because Kate represents the pronoun she, and she is a singular pronoun, so we say she has a blue pen. She has a blue pen. Bob, a notebook on his desk. Bob has or have, because Bob is a name for a singular noun, so it could be a name of a person like he, so the pronoun he. So basically we use has here. Bob has a notebook on his desk. Anna and Reem has or have lots of money. Anna and Reem have lots of money because Anna and Reem are plural, so basically we have one which is Anna and another one which is Reem, so we have they. So the pronoun that represents Anna and Reem is a plural pronoun, so we have to use have. They have. Or basically Anna and Reem have lots of money. So we have learned how verb to have can basically be used with the different personal pronouns in English. So he, she, it, which are the singular pronouns, use has. I uses have. I have. And you uses also have. While you, we, they also use have. Now, here are some exercise is taken from your book about the use of have and has. And in addition, we have to choose one word from the list that we have here. So the exercise says use have or has and one of the words. So we have backaches, we have headaches, we have stomachache, we have a cold, a sore throat, and toothaches, and a fever. Now, if we look at this image, clearly we are talking about somebody or something or a smiley face that is having headache. So the pronoun he takes the form has. He has a headache. He has a headache. Now, this image shows those people have suffering from backache, backache. So we use backache here. So they have backaches. Notice that the pronoun they takes have. They have backaches. This is another image showing two people suffering from stomachache. But again, because these are plural, we use they, and we said they takes have. They have stomachache. Now, if you look at this image, this is a lady suffering from cold. We can see napkins in her hand and in her pocket, and some dropped on the floor. So clearly she has got, or she has a cold. She has a cold. So because she is singular and has takes she, so basically we say she has. And clearly the image showing us that she has cold. This little girl suffers from a sore throat. And again, has with she has. She is a singular pronoun, and has is the form of verb to have, which is basically which is used with the pronoun she. She has a sore throat. She has a sore throat. Sore throat. Those different images shows that they have fever, so clearly they have a fever. And because we have more than one, so we have 1, 2, 3, so the pronoun that represents them is they, and they takes have. They have a fever. They have a fever. They have a fever. We have toothache. So as if those people are talking about themselves. So we have, they can be represented by the pronoun we, and we takes have. So we say we have toothaches. We have toothaches. Okay, so again, this is the end of lecture number 5. Thank you very much. So hopefully by next lecture we can finish chapter number 2 from the grammar book, so that we can move to lecture number 6, where we start the second part of the course again. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum.